Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Let's see how we are going here. In fact, I'm going to change over to a game scene because I'm going to be showing my screen off today. So let's do that. Just making sure everyone can hear me. Yeah, that looks good. That's looking good. And let's see. Hello, Katie. How's it going? Thanks, Josh. I've also got this one as well, but it's a bit more heavy on the resources. So, hey, Killer, how's it going? I don't think I've seen you in here before. I've definitely seen you lurking around, but I don't think I've seen you in my chat. Killer, for anyone who doesn't know, is actually my brother. So, always watching, Wazowski. Always watching. That's all right, Katie. Thanks for popping by. We're just doing a little bit of stream redeem stuff today. So I've made a couple of changes to mine, made a couple of changes to the BRB screen, added some new videos. I've got captions running now. So actually, I will include that because a lot of people ask about captions. So you're looking to add a very easy source of captions to your OBS. This is one that uses Google's Cloud Speech Recognition API. It's completely free at the moment, and it then sends the captions back to Twitch. So anyone that's watching in a browser or something can just hit the close captions button, and you can probably see that it is transcribing me in real time. You can also have it save the captions so you can use that to make a video with subtitles and stuff later on. Streaming while driving. No, I'm actually in the car wash. I don't know if you can see that at the moment. See, it's just me in a car wash. Nice. In other news, I got myself a Stream Deck finally the other day. I do use the Streamer.bot deck system as well, which is one that's web browser based. But I found a really good deal on a Stream Deck, so I picked up the Stream Deck Plus for only like $180 Australian. So I'm on mobile, so you're really small on my phone. I'll here we go. Now I'm really big on your phone, and if I turn off, need to add a button to adjust this. Where is it? Screen only. If I do this one, no, that's not it. It's somewhere under here. There we go. Now you can just see me in the car. Big crusher. Hey, Pink Clouds, how's it going? We are doing a streamer's stream today. So look, I'm just in the car wash. I'm just making the best of my best use of my time. I can do two things at once. Yeah, I'll turn that back on. Let's go back to this one. I'm still getting used to now using the Stream Deck for things. So a really long car wash. Yeah, it's just they just let me sit in here. It's the water is very calming, relaxing. So if you want a good time, go to YouTube and watch videos of babies going through their first car washes, and it's basically just a lot of hey nerds down under, welcome in. Okay, did I miss anything? Gotta love cashews. Yeah, that's where I picked up the Stream Deck from. So 180 Australian dollars, which is like less than half what you'd pay for it new. So I was pretty happy about that. Let's see. We wanted to do. Okay, I turn on my application view, and that is the wrong window. I want Streamer.bot. There we go. So some people are asking me about doing like a daily check-in redeem and fun things like that. So I was going to do a couple of little bits and pieces related to that. Let me just resize this a bit so you can see the whole thing. And yeah, just basically show people a little bit about how to do that sort of thing, how to keep that data per user, because some people might want to see like how many times someone's been the first to stream or how many times someone's checked in. It put babies in car washes. I have another stream open for drops. I almost pressed send about a baby car wash into their chat. Kill me. Tiggly's just there. How do you clean your babies? Okay, let's see. So I've got a bunch of, so this is Streamer.bot for anyone who hasn't seen it before. I am paying, I pay a monthly, like a Patreon donation to the creator of this, just because it's an amazing tool. They're currently working on, this is the alpha release, which has dark mode, and I feel like your ... looks different to my ... Why did that get filtered? What did you say? Yeah, I don't know what was blocked either. Now I'm curious. Moderation. Mod rule sets. Less, I mean, I have everything on less filtering. So you must have said something pretty heinous. I'm blocking, oh, it's probably Streamer.bot. It's treated as a link. Let me see. Yeah. When you put Streamer.bot, yeah, it's like, oh, that's a link. That's not allowed. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Streamer.bot is the system we're using here. The older version, it still works most of the same. They've just added a bunch more features in the newer release. The older version is still free, and this will eventually be free as well. At the moment, it's just available to Patreon subscribers. So here we go. I've got a bunch of different things here. You can see some redeems, some offline actions. I test a lot of things for other people in here as well. So I have a lot of things that I don't use in here. They definitely have made the UI a bit nicer. So let's start from the top, I guess. Actions are things that will occur. Basically, it's a list of instructions on what to do in a certain event. So an example of a very simple action. So I have one here called Mute Yeti, which will mute my microphone. There's no trigger for this, but if I switch to... Do I still have it open? Yes, I do. Okay. I switch to my Stream Deck. Let me show that. Oh, it might need to be run in admin. See if I can just cap my whole display here for a moment. There we go. Now you can see Stream Deck for a moment. Okay, so on my Stream Deck, I have a Streamer.bot integration, and I can pull an action into here from Streamer.bot, and I can say mute Yeti, which is here. And you can see that command that I've got over here in Streamer.bot. I'm now controlling that via my Stream Deck. So push this for a second. Push it again and you can hear me. Now, if I wanted to confirm that that's working, I can actually add another command in here as well. So every action has multiple sub-actions. Those are all the things that will occur when you push this button or trigger it in some way. You can put a test trigger in here just to test it at any point, or you can put something like, if someone in chat says !mute, this is going to mute me or something. Obviously, you don't want to do that normally because then everyone would just be messing with me the whole time. But there's a whole bunch of ways that you can activate these. You can activate things on a raid. You can activate things on specific cheers. You can activate things on subscription amounts or subscription volume or resubscribes or gifts or anything like that. It's not there. It's not there yet, cat. But okay, so let's go back for a second. So I've created a basic action here called Mute Yeti. The only sub action it has is an OBS action. So you can see here, I've got this hooked up to OBS. I go sources, I go set source visibility state, or you can do set source mute state for an audio. Let's go back there. So then I pick the scene that I want to mess around with. In this case, I think it is my just chatting scene, and you can see Yeti mic. Now I can control if this button makes it mute, if it makes it not mute, or if it toggles. At the moment, I've got it set to toggle. So let's just add something to show us that it is working, though. I'm going to make it send a chat message as well. So I've gone add, Twitch, chat, send a message to channel. Russia is now muted. And I'm going to push the button again, and it's going to say the same thing both times. So I was muted, now I'm unmuted, but you notice it's had the same message. What I can do here is go into the action history, and I can see this action. So I'm going to switch back to the application view. Let's sit here, Streamer.bot. There we go. No, I will have to show my display. Thank you for the resub, Crafty. Oh my God, it's been 9 months. Sorry, I can't really be in chat today. Something has made my head very sore. It might have been a birthday dinner with some friends. Okay, so what I was going to show you here is in the action history, you can see that we've done a toggle here. I was going to see if it gave us the state of the thing as well, because you could actually spit out like muted, unmuted, etc. You can keep track of those sort of things. And we've got, yeah, you've got to name our sub Baby Crafty. Must have been something in my food or drinks. Food and drinks? Okay, I'm going to remove the extra action there, and I'm going to add a new item into here called daily check-in. So let's actually get started on our check-in. It's in the beta testing section because this is where I put a bunch of things that are not actually ready yet. And let's see if I can switch back to the Streamer.bot view, which is a bit easier to read. So we want daily check-in. So first of all, I'm going to have a fun little message here. Actually, I'm going to create the redeem first. You can create the redeems through here. So I'm going to go to Twitch. I'm going to go to channel point rewards, and I'm going to go create reward. Now, I'm going to leave this disabled because otherwise someone's going to redeem it now, and then they're not going to be able to use it again. Daily check. And I'm going to call it a trash grab. Because I've got something fancy I want to do in here. Brownish should crush his trash pile and find some loot. And highly recommend anyone that's new to streaming, add Streamer.bot to your stream. Streamer.bot is great for banning any spammers, bots, etc. that come in, and it catches them very, very quickly, and it reports them back so other people can also get the benefits of that. It's once you do a few of these, Pink, it sort of becomes more straightforward. It's just how fancy you want to get with them. So here I'm going to do a daily check-in, tinker trash grab. Rummage crushes trash pile and find some loot. It's going to cost 1. There's going to be 1 per user per stream, so you can only redeem it once. And it's going to skip the queue because we don't need to manually approve these. Now, I don't need any Streamer.bot settings. I don't need to persist the counter or anything here. Let's create that. So there's daily check-in. It's currently disabled. We're going to come to here, and we're going to make that the trigger. So if we go triggers, Twitch, channel reward redemption. I'm going to pick the daily check-in. So the daily check-in is now what's going to trigger this. I'm also going to add a test trigger. So I can test this straight in Streamer.bot itself. So initial actions, let's just make it say daily check-in. Send message to channel, daily. Initially, if I trigger that, you should see the bot says daily check-in. Now, what if we wanted to see who was actually redeeming this? If you go to the action history and you double click on this, at the moment, there's very few variables here because we're triggering it directly out of Streamer.bot. I'm going to enable the command now. And Tigly, I'll get you to redeem this. And it's going to do the same thing. No worries, Cat. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So Tigly's redeemed that. And you see daily check-in. Now what we can do is if you go to this daily check-in, there's a whole bunch of variables that have been included here. So you can see user Tigly at home is the one that redeemed this. You can see it's come from a reward redemption. It's come from Twitch. You can even see what channel it's come through. So if you've got Streamer.bot monitoring multiple places or you've got multiple instances of it, you can see which channel it's come through to. Oh no, now you're not going to be able to redeem it again, Pink. So the idea is these variable names. No, stop it. I gotta turn it off again for them. Okay, so the point is this is a variable name that you can use now. So if I copy this out, I come back to the action here, and in the daily check-in, I put this username. That's all right. I'm going to turn off the limit on it, so you will be able to do multiple redeems for now. Let's just clear that, turn it back on. It doesn't want me to not have a number per stream. Okay, that's fine. Now you can redeem it as many times as you want. But now it's actually going to say daily check-in from the user. So if I do this myself, oh, there we go. So you can see daily check-in from Joshua. Okay, let's make it a little bit more fun. If I add a command here, I have some files that I have put a bunch of text in prior to this. I'm going to go read a random line from file. It's interesting that you guys can't see that pop-up window when I'm capturing the application. All right, I'll switch back to the display view. And let's go to, there's one I've prepared earlier. Okay, I've got something called trash adjectives. Let's call a variable name trash adjective. And then I'm going to duplicate this one. And I'm going to pick another one, which is trash list. So these files, by the way, it's just a text list with new lines and different descriptors and then a trash item. So what was your, can you give us a random piece of, yes, I'm well over this. So let's drag this down here to the bottom. Now we're going to say daily check-in from user, user delved into the trash pile and found a trash adjective, trash, what do I call the other one? Trash item, I think it was. Trash, oh wait, let's call it trash item. I like that more. Okay, now if someone redeems this again, it should pick a random adjective and a random trash item from the list. Gotta go get some lunch. Enjoy streams. Thank you for being kind and wise and sharing your noggin. Have a piece. It's delicious. So I will do the redeem here. Found a hingeless laptop with a broken hinge. And you can see once again in the action history, it'll show the line that it picked from each of those files. Interestingly, we got hingeless and broken hinge in the same thing. So this is actually really good. Let's try it again. Should pick a different item. Found an obsolete on arrival spinning LED top. That's definitely something I would tinker with. So we've done the basics there. We've got a little message coming up for people. Teagley delved in the trash pile and found a hot glue masterpiece hand crank flashlight. Yep. I definitely have a hot glue gun sitting like right here for all my electronics needs. Hey D, how's it going? We are doing a little OBS tutorial stream today. So we're going over how to create a check-in. So where were we? We've got the username being pulled in. We've got something fun to say back in chat. The next thing is we need to actually track how many check-ins there's been for that person. So this is where we start to go into storing variable data against users. So keeping bits of information against each user that comes into chat. And realistically, this just grows over time. If you've got 50, 60 viewers coming in every day and it's new people coming through all the time, at some point you're going to have a whole heap of data from people. So you'll need to purge that. If you're like me, you just have a few people, you don't need to be concerned about that. It's just a fun thing to do. Idea, chaos minder to crafty stream, so auto message and redeem responses come from it instead of her username. Yeah, I just need to log in with the chaos minder bot and then it'll start doing it there. So for the for this process, I'll move a window around here. We need to get a specific variable for a user, and we need to increment that variable. And if it doesn't exist already, then we are going to create it for that user. So if you see here, users, where is it? I'm trying to remember where the variable option is now. Which user? Can't use for target. That's fine. Then oh yeah, then you have to sub them as well for emotes. Oh yeah, we have to sub the bot to be able to use emotes. That is true. Okay. So I've actually forgotten where this is, and I was looking at it just earlier. Let's go. It's not globals. Set argument. That is standard ones. Let me do this. It is under. Oh, and this is where one of the great things about using Streamer.bot is all of this is documented. If you're trying to work out what a variable does, or how to pull the game that someone's playing, or the category they're in, or how many raiders came in with a raid, all of these items are presented to you in some way or another. So you can always just go to here and you can start browsing around and find the information you need. So I show my Brave window at the moment. You can see I'm in here. I'm looking at the variables section. Is that flickering for you guys too? It is flickering. So if I go to user variable, user global variable, non-persisted, user info, trigger, user global variable. I don't want that as a trigger. I want a sub action. So triggers are things that will cause actions to be run, be that someone commenting in chat for the first time, a raid, a sub, etc. Your sub actions are the things that are actually being done as a result of that. So if I go here, this is wigging out on me a little bit at the moment. So I'm just going to show you guys the application while I do this quickly. Back to here, pin 1, 4, globals, set, and here we go. Let's show you my full screen so you can see this as well. Okay, so I'm adding a sub action called global set. The destination is the user redeemer, the person who redeemed this. And the variable name for this is going to be daily check-ins. And we are going to increment it by 1. So you want to do that at the start here, because then you can put, they have found, and we need to use the daily check-ins variable here. I'll find out what that is in a second. So I'm just going to put found number pieces of trash. I've played around with Mix It Up. I do have it installed somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. But I haven't done too much with it, just because I find the UI to be very very difficult to use in general. But I've messed around with it a bit to help some other people fix their redeems. I just find Streamer.bot much more effective and convenient to use. So, but for anyone who hasn't seen it, this is Mix It Up. There's a similar sort of set of triggers and things you can use to run different things. So yeah, it's another tool, and if you use it and you're happy with it, that's fine. I'm also more than happy to help out people with things in there. I just don't find it as intuitive. Okay. So I'm going to trigger the redeem once more. So now I have triggered it, and you should be able to see as a result of this, User Crusherdom has triggered this. And there should now be a daily, pull it up, global variables, user variables. Then I find myself, and you can see against Crusherdom, there's a daily check-ins that now has a value of 1. So I come back to my redeem here, and I go for, is it arguments? Where was it under globals? Get user redeemer, variable name, daily check-ins, and I'm going to current daily check-ins. That up here as well. Okay, now I should be able to go current daily check-ins. Yeah, no, I know it's saying I know it's saying the hash because I haven't put the variable in there yet, Crafty. Also, I thought you were lying down and having a nap. Make the message X users hoarding pile is X number of. I can do that. And let's daily check-in. So it's clear to anyone that's new to the stream what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to redeem it again. I can go to sleep so Crafty doesn't have to. Okay, so you can see Crush'em dealt with the trash pile and found a retro futuristic game genie. They are hoarding current daily check-ins, pieces of trash. So something didn't work there. It didn't convert the variable. What I should do, switch back to the big view. It will have, just making sure this is still incremented for me correctly. Yes, it has daily check-ins. So I did get user specific daily check-ins, and I did redeem it to current daily check-ins. But let me just confirm. If I get user specific, I can actually redeem it to the same thing. So let's do daily check-ins, and do the same thing here. Try the same again. I mean, this is what it's like. Sometimes you won't get something correct the first time. You have to work out what's going wrong. You have to look in the action history and find out why am I not getting the right value here? What's happening? So there you can see we've pulled the check-ins into here. Sorry, I missed everything. Can you repeat everything? Can you say the stuff about the thing again, please? So yeah, so we are incrementing the value by 1 each time. We are taking the user specific variable and chucking it into a local variable here, and we're then calling that that variable. So I spelled daily wrong. No, wait, did I? No, I didn't. I've just been looking at the word daily for too long, and now it looks weird. Right. Teagley at home delved into the trash pile and found a barely holding together old office label maker. They are hoarding one piece of trash. And unrecognizably flattened. Hey, Teagley, that's cheating. You're going to get so far ahead. I'm putting the limit back on. There we go. At some point, can you show me how to make a raid command in Mix-It-Up, Crusher? I will put that in my to-do list.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you repeat the part of the stuff where you said all about the things?
Exactly. Put this in my ideas. So I have a saved list of ideas of things to go back through. Some of them I do on stream, some of them I do off stream. So where are we at? What was the plan? We've now done a daily check-in. The other thing is, if there is some free emotes and things, I can make the bot include those. So I don't think I have a little trash emote or anything, but I definitely should make one. Or like a little tinkering emote. Let's see. I just did it as well, Crafty. Oh, good. The next thing. So I had on my list here as well, I wanted to do I think I had the crafty command. Now that I've got this daily check-in working, I'm going to move it into my redeems group here, just so I know that it's all ready to go. So you can see I've got the daily check-in, got the random idea. The random idea is just for someone throwing an idea at me if I run out of things to do. But I definitely have plenty of things to do right now. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, obviously you see I've got this, this current car wash background behind me. Now I have a folder full of these background videos. I think I've got 20 or so in there at the moment. Background, yeah, something like that. So what I wanted to do is make a redeem where you can switch the background video. So I'll take a copy of that. Gonna run a add a new command, switch copy the background. And theme. I'm gonna put it in the redeems list. I'm gonna finish this one now. So this is one that's going to get a little bit more confusing because it uses some features that don't exist natively in Streamer.bot. But the great part about it as well is there is a Discord community of people who are constantly making random things for Streamer.bot. So the gold star redeem that Crafty has, where you can get added to a group on Discord. That's using some features made by a guy called Mustache Maniac. He has basically written an integration between Streamer.bot and Discord. So Crafty uses that for her little gold star thing. So what I'm going to do here is, for Bryn and Admiral Nines and I Space Daddy streams, I had a thing here where you could play a random daddy video. So if I go daddy, it should still be working. There you go. And you can see here it's pulling these from a folder called OBS Video Daddy. There's a bit of code here to pick a random video, and then it's setting a source to that video and making it visible. There's also an exclamation mark space. Feel free to go to have some fun with that while I'm doing this. I do delete this one. I'm gonna duplicate the duplicate this one. Turn off that trigger and make this my new one. Theme. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to pick a different folder, which is OBS Video Background. I'm going to rename this. I call it Background Video. Save. Just need to see. My background video is named. I'm gonna rename it. Rename it to the aptly named background video.
Space didn't work for me, but it did fatigues fifth.
Crafty just beatboxing there for us. It did. I think there was just two of the ones that that ran at the same time. So so you can see I'm going to change the redeem for this one. In fact, I'm going to make a new redeem. Let's go into Twitch, create a reward, change the background. Let's put Crusher somewhere fancy. A random color here, I guess. And the cost is going to be, let's make it 300 channel points with a cooldown of, say, 5 minutes. And we can skip the queue on these. Because we can't be trusted. Okay, so we come back to here. We change the trigger to trigger. Oh wait, it's not a text command. It's a Twitch command now. So Twitch channel reward redemption. Change the background. And I need to go to input name, background video. Video folder, ABS raw, background video, that's all right. And then set webcam, background video. Oh, I actually don't need to change the source. Let's delete that action. Okay. Now this I can test myself without having to do a redemption just by running the test trigger. Hey, and there we go. I'm on a boat. But you guys should now be able to redeem that and make it change to another location. Who knows where I will end up next? That is a good idea, Crafty, though. Let's see if the TTS redeem costs 200. What you can do, and I don't see a lot of people doing this, but if something's getting used a lot, in Twitch natively, the standard Twitch channel point redeems, they have an auto cost feature on them. So essentially, if there's a lot of people in your chat, there's a lot of people redeeming the same thing over and over again, they automatically increment the cost. And then as people leave or they start using them less, it moves the cost back down again. So for Crafty's birthday stream, we had one of the redeems was to like put something on the cake, and that was a channel point redeem, but it went up by 250 channel points every time, just because if 200 people redeemed it, it would be absolute chaos. So instead, you have almost like a stock market style system where the more people want something, the higher in cost it goes. And if you want, you can also give people an option to redeem that via a cheer or something instead. So I think my my TTS at the moment is working off. There is actually a text command that you can use, and you fix your first command. Oh yes, actually, so let's do one of those as well. Crafty, put your idea in my ideas list. Okay, let's go first. You were here first. Claim your glory. 1 redemption per stream. And I'm going to disable that so none of you accidentally use it before I get to do anything with it. We just need to know where the button is that keeps track of actions. Is it in a different spot now? Keeps track of actions? As in where the variables are. There's a global variables button here, and you can see per user. So you can see you've got daily check-ins, I've got daily check-ins. They're the only two user variables that have been stored so far. So we've got a first option here. I'm going to move this into Deems, because that is now also live. Let me switch. Yeah, for some reason when I pull up the other windows, it doesn't show them over top. This item here, if you click global variables, so these are all of your globals. I'm just gonna get rid of my ChatGPT string there later on. You can see here against an individual user, here's the variables that are stored against a person. So if you wanted to keep track of the firsts here, I'm just going to add one to mine now called times first, and I'm just going to set it to 10 as an example. In fact, I don't want that as a string. Times first. Okay, so let's go back to here. We want another redeem. It's going to be called first redeem. Now it's going to be triggered by the Twitch reward. And we are going to similarly add argument globals at user redeemer times first. We're going to increment the times first by 1. And we are going to put a little message there. Let's go chat, send message to channel. User was first. They've been first times first times. So I think it's not going to translate this just yet. Yeah, user has claimed first, user counter time. So that's what so you should have something in here that's converting that user variable into a local variable for this action. So you'll probably have, let's go global get. You're going to have user redeemer times first, and you're going to be converting it into user counter like that. Doesn't track it after each session. So have you got this thing set to, is it going to persisted user variables? So in my one, I'm going to just make it go to times first. Well, actually, I'll do the same thing as yours just for the moment. So I'm going to move this up. I'm going to go user counter. Give me a moment. My headphones just decided to run out of battery on me. Yeah. Let's test this. Actually, let's have a test with my own user. So I don't want to just pick a random person. Russia Dom. So now I think this should still work for me. No, okay, let's just pick a random user. Shaky Shane was first. They've been first one time. So if you go to the action history here, no, that's fine. They'll only take like 5 minutes. And I don't need sound for the moment. I'm not playing anything, so You can see user, username, user ID from Twitch. So it's just picked a random person who's been here before and used them to simulate this. If I try the same thing again, in fact, let me set this for, let me set this for Teagly. Let's go times first. I'm going to set it to 2, and I'm going to enable the redeem so you can get it Teagly. Let me check in. I can drink milk again, guys. That was my alarm. Okay, first. Okay, you should be able to redeem the first redeem now, Teagly. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Teagly, she's still there. I was gonna let you claim it because you're normally always here first. You're everywhere first. Another fun thing you can do, and what we do on Crafties, is we've added a like an action to it as well. Platform, first redeem, assist user counter. Platform. Heater to 10 on assist you. Yeah. Yep. So in this case, I mean, I'll redeem it myself for the moment. So you can see it's incremented mine to 11. I'm now going to close off Streamer.bot entirely. So I'm saving everything in Streamer.bot. I've closed it now. And I'm going to reopen it. And everything should still be there, remembered from the last time. And if it's not, then I've done something wrong. Okay, let's open again. And so the first redeem is reset, is still locked because obviously it's one per stream at the moment. But if I go into actions and just manually trigger it, don't get me banned. I didn't even see that one. I do have mine filtered though, so that's probably why. It's just like nothing appropriate was returned. It's just silly. Oh, I did that the wrong way around. Add argument is user. Here's a username. That should work. Let's just see. Oh no, Teagly, what have you done? I like that the background just filters them out. You can't even see their ears. Okay, do I have a spare USB port here that I can use? Also, we're about to go to ads for a moment, so you're going to get to see some of my new BRB videos. And then I will be back. Anyway, I will be right back. Ooh, we'll leave it there for now. There's the missing daddy redeem. Yeah, I've added a couple of new videos to that. I also have A is for Atom. It's a very exciting one. You'll never guess what it's about. So where were we? We've done the first redeem. We've done the counter for it. We've done the daily check-ins. I did want to go over looking at how to do charity integration and stuff. So a lot of people, you can do some charity stuff directly through Twitch. Sorry, Bryn, all over the place. So that one you're watching there is a Bell Labs video. They did a series of like 12 of them on different topics, just like edutainment type videos. But pretty much all of them I grab from the Internet Archive, so archive.org. There's a lot of old-timey videos and stuff there. Generally, I'll go search for the name of them, then I'll find them on the Internet Archive. So they're all, what do you call it? Public access. I've forgotten the term for it. Public light? No, that's not it. I'm forgetting words. Public domain. That's it. All right. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Crafty. About 5 seconds too late, but you got the spirit. Okay. So, I want to show a bit about adding like charity overlays and things. So, I know a lot of people will do things where they'll set up a weekend-long charity thing to support a specific cause or whatever, and then they'll add their different goals and things. So I've got Brave up here, and I was actually just going to go through this whole process on stream, just set up a small goal that I'll run over the next couple of times that I stream. You can see here, so you're looking to set up your registered charity. This is all through Tiltify, which is one of the most common ones I see people use. Obviously, we're going to be charity fundraiser. You want to raise funds for your favorite charities. So I'm going to hide a little bit of this because I'm going to put in some of my information. I wonder if I can, yeah, no, it definitely requires your name. So we do have to put that part in. I can put my avatar in here as well. I'm just telling you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So, and I'm going to put my Twitch in here. And I'm going to leave it at that for the moment. Okay. Let's show this. Welcome to the Tiltify account hub. From here, you can manage all your fundraising and donations. We've got navigation. We've got navigation up there. Goals. And a little red indicator if there's any messages. So let's go campaigns. And let's go create a campaign. Let's get started. Do you already have a charity in mind? Let's just go subdued because I know a lot of people do fundraisers for these guys. They're a great organization, so you can't go wrong with chucking something in here. Basically, St. Jude are a children's hospital that also does a bunch of research, but they are very specific in that no one is denied care, regardless of where you come from, regardless of the money that you have to pay for things. It's anyone that needs to be seen and looked after is cared for. And on top of that, they do a lot of research into the cancers and diseases and other things that affect children the most. So things that you can be born with, things that you can develop in your early life. They do a lot of work on how to better treat those things or how to prevent them. Right? So yeah, so I'm going to go St. Jude's. Here are some events hosted. So you can actually register for certain events if they've got gaming events and things as well. My first charity stream, I raised $500 for cancer research, but now I hate people, so I only raise money for Vorkra, Vancouver Orphan Kitten Rescue. Yeah, we've also done some stuff for the cat rescues in the area here. So I'm going to check these out later. I'm going to... I'd love to hear a story. What's motivating your campaign? This feels like they're going to use AI to generate a reason. Children would not be sick. I don't want to have to write an essay to start helping out. Do you want to support another fundraiser or team campaign? Let's skip that. Time to build your fundraising goal. Let Beaker, our campaign assistant, help. Beaker will walk me through the process. You can do a blank one and you can add all your own stuff in, but let's do this. Donors are online, community and fans. How will you connect? Live streaming and confirm. What platforms do you use? Twitch and YouTube. Oh, it won't let me do most. It won't let me do more than one. Okay. That's me. Confirm. Okay, so here's where you can actually set a bunch of the rewards. So these are generally things that you can donate towards. It's telling people, like, if you pay $10, this is what it gets. Like, if you pay $20, this is what it gets. So you can do everything from a no more chemo party, new toy, 1 day of meals, art supplies. So these are things that people can either work towards or give as a standard donation. Right. So let's keep it reasonable. I'm going to set my limit at $100 at the moment. So I'm going to put this here up to $50. And I can, so this is the other thing, you can do rewards and things that are tied to these. So you can say, if you donate $100, I will shave my head. If you donate $50, I will get a tattoo on my left ass cheek. Okay. I'm not going to do that for $50 because it would cost a lot more money, but it'd be a funny redeem or reward. Happy to help. Tell me a bit about yourself. I play games and fix streamer things, and I build networks. And I tinker with stuff. Electronics. Let's be specific. Live tech fix. You pick a tech-related task or challenge for me to solve live on stream. Custom gaming setup advice. I'll dedicate time live to help you play in your dream gaming or tech setup. Gadget. I'll tinker and experiment with an electric project of my choice. This is just ways to get me to do my tinkering chores. Right. Let's try this. I like that it comes up with those examples. Right? Allow other fundraisers to support you. Let other campaigns support your fundraising effort with their own campaigns. So this is often how people do the team fundraiser things. So for example, I'm part of the Canopy stream team, who have a focus on doing charity events sort of a couple of times throughout the year. So if we started an event like this as a team, then individual members could also create their own campaigns that accrue towards the team result. So we can say, as a team, we have a goal of reaching $10,000 or something between all the people that are participating. Right? So now I'll say no, because I just want to keep this on its own. Here's a fundraising page summary based on the information. I believe children should not have to face illness. These are only in supporting this important cause. I can save and publish. So now I have a campaign here. Now, there's a few things you can do to integrate this. So if you see campaign link, donate link, etc. So if you wanted to have this pop up in your chat, obviously you can copy the donate link and have it published through there. So let's pull up this. I'm going to switch back to my display view. I'm going to create a new action that's called charity message. And I'm going to put it in charity because I want to have some specific items that are all related to this. So I'm going to create a chat message as an announcement. And I'm going to copy that donate link. Put it in here. Yeah, so we've got a Twitch announcement. Something that I'll see a lot of people do is having timed messages come through. So once an hour, a certain message comes through, or every 20 minutes, something comes through, and you can rotate through those. The way I recommend doing those things is is specifically using a timer, but having, let's say, a 10-minute timer, and every 10 minutes, the next action in the list fires off. So the way that I would do that is I'm going to put under tools, I'm going to put a 10-minute timer. And I'm going to use a global variable here, which is for globals. I'm going to get the global variable, and it's going to be called 10-min timer rotation. Default value is going to be 1. And each time this goes through, it's going to increment by 1 at the end. So global set. It's going to be global underscore 10-min timer rotation. In fact, I don't think I need to put the global part on it because I'm already referencing global. Increment by 1. Now I want to do an if-then statement. I go to here, go logic. If 10-min timer rotation, I need to put the items to show that it's a global variable. Oh, actually, I can pull it from this one. Global. I think I don't need to put these around, but let's try. If it equals 1, we're going to say send a message to channel. Variable equals 1. I'm going to duplicate this one and say if it equals 2, I'm going to say 2. And duplicate, if it equals 3, I'm going to say 3. What I'm going to do on 3 as well is I'm going to add a sub action. So run action, and I'm going to run the charity message. So when it hits the third one, it's going to run the charity message. The first one I could say, hey, please join Discord. And the second one I could say, hey, did you know I have a throne? Or hey, please follow. You can have all your separate actions here. So I'm going to do a test redemption just for the moment. And we should see variable equals 1. If I check, 10-minute timer rotation has now been set to 2. Now, what I need here is an actual timer. Where is the timers? There we go. I'm going to call this 10-minute timer. It's going to be 600 seconds. Going to be enabled and set to repeat. So it's just constantly running. That 10-minute timer is now going to be the thing that calls this action. I come back to here, I go add timed actions, and I pick the 10-minute timer. Every 10 minutes is going to rotate through this. And on the end of this, I'm actually going to duplicate this one as well. And I'm going to add a comment here or miscellaneous comment. We set when variable reaches 3. So this one's not going to send a message now. It's not going to trigger the chat one. It's simply going to reset this variable. Value set to 1. Now I do need to change the increment to move it all the way down the bottom. So we don't want to increment until after everything else has happened. Oh, how do I get that? A bit difficult dragging these around. There we go. Okay. Incrementing it by 1 at the end of the loop. We check the value at the start. So it goes, is it 1, run this message. Is it 2, run this message. Is it 3, run this message. If it's 3, reset it back to 1. And we need to do the... Missing something here, actually. Actually, I should do if it equals 4. Yeah, it's meds time, Crafty. Okay, and if it equals 4, we're setting it, we're looping it back to 1. Okay, there we go. So now we've got 3 actions that happen every 30 minutes or every 10 minutes, one of the actions happens. Let's add another message here. Let's go... Actually, I'm going to move this to time-based. Stream actions, what have we got? Let's go general call out or something. Call to action. Let's do a little like what you see. Don't forget to give me a follow or check me out, which everyone has coming up. So send message to channel. Why not give me a follow? Me offline. Now I'm going to add a Discord command as well. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my timed action here, and I'm going to make this one, instead of saying a message, I'm going to make it run that command that I just created. Run action, and it's called call to action. And the second one, I'm just going to disable this. So it's actually not going to say anything on the second one, but on the third one, it's going to do the charity message. All right, I'm going to delete that one. The amount of times I've accidentally done that delete all function, too damn high. Okay, so we got a donate link. We can get a QR code here as well. So let's go save it into OBS, images. I make a new folder called charity. So I've got all these here. And QR. So now I can also add a little QR code to the thing as well. Where are we going? OBS, images, charity. There we go. Let's make that a little bit smaller. In fact, we can pop it over here, I think. That looks like it's lined up correctly. I think that looks about right. The other thing you can do is you can go to live settings here and make an overlay. So this is where when someone does a donation or something, you want something to pop up on stream, similar to the overlays you have from Stream Elements, Streamer Labs, other things like that, or even the Twitch overlay. So here we're going to create an overlay. And we're going to put, where do we want to show this? We want to show this stuff up the top. Do we want to have events and stuff show up here? Depending on obviously where your webcam is, you're going to want this to show up in different places. So here, you can highlight special events over a certain amount. They've got some other stuff as well. I see people do things where it shows little like names and stuff for people that have donated, and the size of the name that appears is based on the donation and things. Just encouraging or giving people some sort of I guess it's a tit for tat, like sort of feeling that they've helped out, and we're trying to acknowledge that as well. So classic overlay, QR code, we've already got there. So we can, we can include the QR code as part of this as well. Put it in here. Let's do that. Event list, we've got that there. Basic layout, stream example. So before we even, well, let's save changes. Let's copy this overlay URL. Now I use some different overlays depending on which screen I'm on. So I'm going to switch to a different view. And I'm going to add it as a browser source. So call this Tiltify. Make it 1920 by 1080. It's actually not the size of my stream anymore. Can anyone tell me at the moment, when you're viewing the stream, does it show you that I'm streaming in 2K? Because that was a little test that I've been doing at the moment. There we go. We should have a live overlay. However, special, it's not quite the right size. So I'm just going to pull OBS over here as well. And I'm going to transform this and just fit it to screen. So there we go. Now we've got the correct view. Resize all that again. And now I can actually turn off the other one because I don't need that anymore. So if you're on a computer and you click on the settings button, it'll show you the options you have for stream. So whether it's like 160p, 360, 480, 720, 1080, or auto. But it should also say that it's streaming in 2K. So I did enable it, but I haven't actually had a look to see if it's all running at the moment. But I should be in much higher definition, even though my camera is potato. Right. I can give it a try myself, actually. Let's do this. Just make sure I'm muted. Oh, there we go. What do we got? Quality. No, I'm only up to 1080p at the moment, so that's all right. Oh, good. Well, we've created all of this. We've set it all up, and then you can test it if you need to. So let's do a test alert for 1, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0. Number of alerts to send. You can see, oh my goodness, here's an example of us reaching our goal. I'm going to put the little item over here so it doesn't go over top of me. Test alert. Let's go continue. Okay, there you go. So there's all our testing. I wonder how you reset this given that's not actually a real amount. So anyway. So yeah, you can see we've got a draft. We can get rid of that. Oh, there we go. Now that we've gone out of it, it's gone back to 0. So yeah, that is a very easy way to set up a donation charity drive of any sort to help contribute to your preferred charities, to join in with another group that's doing something like that, and have it all shown on stream as well. So I hope that was useful. Let's see what we have else on the list for today. What we should see as well in like another 10 minutes is Streamer.bot should start posting. I'm in my lobby selling old squeaky chair. Is this a Facebook Marketplace kind of deal, or? All right. With that all done, I feel like we've earned some gaming time. Been an hour and a half, gone through all of the main things I wanted to do. I could go through and do some of Crafty's on stream now as well. But it depends. What are you guys feeling? What's everyone up to? Do you feel like playing some more Wildgate, Bryn, once you've sold your chair? Let's see. See what there is. Ooh, there's a new Metal Gear Solid coming out. Oh, it's a remake of the 2004 one with new graphics and 3D audio. What else have we got? Nothing super exciting on the featured list. There's some little transport games that look interesting. Little puzzle game. I also have... I still have Bitcraft that I haven't dived into. I have Bitcraft, I have Outer Wilds, I have some more of the altars. Actually, Crafty's using her computer, so should I stop if you're going to do my stuff? No, that's fine. I'll do your stuff later. I think I will do some more of the altars because I was really enjoying that the other day. It seems really fun. And well, actually, I'm going to add a quick exclamation mark charity item as well, so it to trigger that. If anyone needs to trigger it when someone comes in, just share the scene again quickly so I can do that. Application, we are adding a charity source, Twitch message, cooldowns. Let's do a 60-second cooldown on it. Okay, got a charity option here now. Come back to my item here, which is charity. And I'm going to add a trigger on this one. Or commands, command triggered charity. All right, there we go. So now we should be able to do it. There we go. That's all done. I was going to add the Discord command too. So let's do that quickly. And then it'll nearly be break time as well. So Discord options. Let's do a similar cooldown on this one of 60 seconds. Save. Need to make a link to the Discord that I can use. invite people. And a server link, edit invite link, expire after never. Generate new link, copy, and let's go to, we want redeem Discord. Add Twitch chat. And message to channel. Join Discord of crafting, chaos, gaming, and crush done here. Because I don't want to create my own Discord. That seems superfluous. I have been left in charge of Margot. I can Okay, and that should be triggered by command triggered Discord. See if this works. You'll probably do that as an announcement as well. Actually, I'll just leave it as a message. That's right. All good. So that's all saved. I will hide that again. Let's get into some alters. So I will need to change my category.